After the game, I had a chance to ask Lakers captain Kobe Bryant about his teammate Lamar Odom, and the Lakers star told me he respects Lamar's game and he thinks LO has, as the saying goes, mad skills.
He's extremely versatile, both ends of the floor, and he has a tremendous upside, and he's just getting into the rhythm, getting into the flow of the offense a little bit, but his potential is limitless.
Miami Heat center Shaquille O'Neal considers himself iffy for tomorrow's playoff opener against New Jersey. Shaq is still recovering from a thigh bruise he suffered last week. And recently I asked the Diesel about Miami's game plan heading into the postseason.
We just had to go out and put it all together, and we did that. We had a couple of runs. We just got to get back on defense and cut down on our turnovers. We should be fine.
For those of you who want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, you're in luck. Recently, I had a chance to sit down with the truth, a.k.a. Celtic star Paul Pierce, and we discussed his new company called P2 Marketing, a company that provides fans with a day of fun-filled events where they can get to know the truth, and the truth can get to know them.
We want to let my fans and the people who don't know much about me know pretty much what I'm all about, what I like to do, who I am. And so we thought of putting the marketing company together, and we thought what better way than to do it that way.
The last time the Celtics made the playoffs was 2 years ago when the Pacers knocked them out in the first round. And oh, the irony, the Celtics will host the Pacers tonight in Game 1 of their first-round series. As you can imagine, Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker are stoked to be back in the season they call post. But there's some new kids on the block who might be a little nervous right now. Let's just say there's plenty of youth and inexperience on this year's squad, and recently the experienced guys told yours truly what they expect from the guys who are very green.
In the games that we played in the past few weeks, you try to explain to them, these are the type of games that you're going to play in the playoffs, such as the game we played against Miami last Friday, the game when we went into Philly. Those type of environments, that's what the playoffs is all about, and I just try to help them to understand that because, as much as you can talk about it, they're not going to know until they get into and get thrown into the fire.
It's big for these young guys. When a coach gives you, a DVD to watch this, to go home and really, watch this and prepare and understand this is how we win games, because it's a lot mental in this game as well.
It's pretty safe to assume that James Thomas knows a thing or two about signing 10-day contracts. After all, the Schenectady native has signed a plethora, a bastion, a cornucopia of them in his young NBA career. And earlier this morning, you guessed it, he signed another. As we reported to you last night, Thomas is joining the Chicago Bulls. The man they call Jakey will be in uniform for tonight's game with the Washington Wizards. The Bulls have also announced that Thomas will wear his customary number 30. Thomas appeared in 15 games with the Sixers this season prior to joining the Albany Patroons, where he averaged 20 points and 14 rebounds a game, which was good enough for a selection to last week's CBA All-Star game. Anger management will do that as well. When the Miami Heat failed to reach the NBA Finals last season, everyone blamed head coach Stan Van Gundy. They questioned his play calling. They said Shaq didn't get the ball enough. And then Van Gundy's boss, Pat Riley, dropped a subtle hint that he might return to coaching. As a result, we all knew Van Gundy's days were numbered, and today he called his own number. Van Gundy stepped down as the coach of the Heat and said family reasons led to his resignation. According to Stan, and he did the math, he only sees his family 49 days out of a 170-day season.
That's not 49 off days now. That's 49 times where I get home in the afternoon and see them for a couple hours before they go to bed. And over time, that's just not enough anymore for me.
I was happy for him when I hired him 11 years ago. I was happy for him when I stepped aside and gave him an opportunity that was well-deserved. And I am happy for him today.
And now the brutally obvious, Van Gundy's replacement. What many felt was a foregone conclusion is now a reality. Heat President Pat Riley is once again Miami's head coach. The Schenectady native is no stranger to Miami's bench, having coached the Heat for more than 9 seasons. Riley will take over the team he was responsible for assembling on Tuesday night when Miami visits Chicago.